your parents was here. I know they always looking down on me, smiling and wishing the best for me. This life shit is my life with my soul in these beats.
Welcome, everybody. This is the very first recording of the wonderful new podcast, Oh Damn, That's Crazy, the podcast. So, let's wanted to introduce everybody. We can start from behind the scenes, who's doing the excellent work that we love him to do. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, brother?
I'm a random black guy. Yo.
Yo. All right, so that would be Joseph, that's behind the scenes, taking care of us, making sure that we're not acting complete fools of ourselves. You want to go ahead and start on the other side?
All right, cool. So I'm Josh. I also go by Lord of the Jays, but that's about it. Nothing spectacular.
Proper light skin.
You said something, Mr. Edge-Cousin?
You really gonna start that already?
You started already.
Go ahead,
with the proper
man.
light skin situation.
Jesus.
As you can already see, in the place to be is your boy Kai. Happy to be here with my boy Drew, even though,
Drake's nephew.
He's just mad. He's just mad because he saw into the future and he realizes that, his Bulls is never winning another championship. So Michael and Scotty won't, ever get back together.
That's crazy.
It is what it is, He just gotta be okay.
All right.
Not everybody can be blessed to be the second coming of Biggie without the rhymes.
Okay. Boy, you really sticking them, ain't you? Okay.
I mean, I could also say
you non-melanated vine swinger. Chill out.
Look,
So,
it
anyways,
ain't my fault that you look like you and little
so
kids
back to
related.
the introductions. I am your boy Drew. You can find me on just about any of my platforms. We're going to put all the links down at the bottom. So, if you want to follow us, you want to be able to see anything, definitely follow us. That includes all the pages that we have for the podcast. It includes all of our all of our own pages. Definitely follow us. Grow our channel, because this is day one, y'all. This is day one. How do y'all feel?
And it's straight, Nothing like being back on the camera.
That's crazy. So you've done this before, Jerome Jerry.
Yeah, I got a little shoe page, nothing spectacular, I be talking about sneakers every now and then.
Bet. And I know my man's here, we draw a lot, but he's probably one of the best photographers that I know. So, he definitely has his page growing, so everybody definitely follow. We all here, it's crazy enough that we all actually met in college, except for him. I met him later. Yeah. However, but we were still all in the same college. Joe, he was one of the guys that I ended up getting to know as I joined their anime club at Tidewater Community College, where I started out at, and we've been cool ever since. And then this guy I've met at Tidewater Community College as well, and it's just been cool ever since that. I met Josh. Actually, funny enough, I met Josh before when I hung out at Joe's house, but I forgot until later we started working together. So yeah, it was actually pretty chill. What's something about you guys that you guys want to share to the camera? Share to the audience. Just like something small about yourself.
Yeah, I get the ball rolling. So I'm a huge sneaker fanatic. If you want to get my attention, all you have to do is just talk about a pair of shoes. I can ramble along about shoes all day long. J's, Yeezys, Adidas, Nikes, anything of that nature. I shoe fanatic, love shoes. Talk about it all day long.
That's a good one.
Checks over stripes.
Say less.
I mean, that's kind of obvious at this point. To piggyback off the sneaker thing, I'm a big sneaker fanatic, big into fashion, big sports guy. I've hosted my own sports podcast in the past, done a little bit of I guess like networking in like in the sports media realm here and there. Also big into like comic books and anime. Have a few friends that are in the industry right now that's working on some great things. And outside of that, uh, just all I can say is outside of all of that, I'm just an ain't shit kind of guy. Just like I love talking shit. Like
very much
I'm
so
very, as you can see, I am a very, very sarcastic person with a very dark sense of humor, and sometimes that may slip on camera. So, if which some of y'all that want to sponsor us, just be aware that sometimes that sponsorship is gonna have to come with some fine details for us to go through.
Yeah, because you ain't shit.
Look, it's not my fault that the world is so dark.
Sir, this is the first episode.
I can't.
Like, damn.
And
all right. Really to piggyback off of them, same thing. Definitely heavy into the sneakers, which is something that we all share a good passion about. As me myself also big into the culture of anime, into Japanese culture. Really heavy into technology. I'm a tech nerd, tech whiz all the way through and through. Love everything from cell phones all the way up to gaming computers to everything else, PlayStation over everything. And I am also currently in the midst of writing my own manga. So, yes, I am been creating it for a little bit. I'm still writing it, still, ironing out the details and everything, but it'll soon go in the works and, people can be able to read it and see if they enjoy it. But yeah, it's just something I decided to work on outside of that, outside of this, outside of everything else, just to kind of keep myself busy. So, yeah, it's fun stuff. What about you, Joe?
I'm black. I like long walks on the beach. If you got a big old booty, I'm just saying. You don't have to have a big old booty. You just gotta have a booty,
That's nice. No.
So basically, ladies, if you're out there,
if
you have
you
a
out
nice
there
little booty,
and you got that Meg the Stallion,
That
call
man said
Joe.
little booties matter.
No, they don't. Not in my book.
Wait, you gotta care for the little booties too. I feel like the little booties sometimes, them. Them. They may not be everything. You could cuff. You like,
You're right. Cuff them.
Sorry.
Putting them in jail. Put them in jail. Put them in the gym. You be alright.
Alright.
So,
little booties are like the white side of logic. Nobody cares.
dang.
That escalated.
There's nothing wrong with a little booty sometimes. Oh my goodness. Let me stop.
Sorry.
But
do we need to go down this road?
shut up. Shut up.
Tommy, what does GTD mean? What does GTD mean?
Get the jobs! Alright, so, but yeah, definitely with this being the inaugural first episode, it's always good to really kind of engage with the audience a little bit about who we are and why we even came together. So one of the things is, but the story behind this whole thing is that I really always wanted to do a podcast, but I felt like doing it by myself and just looking at it, just talking, like that's going to get boring. Like, ain't nobody worried about talking. That's a lot. So I'm like, why not bring some animated people in with me? So, had to be able to get my boy Kai. That's probably one of the most animated people I know. Met Josh. Josh is
Sweet Jesus.
terrible. And we call him Brosive. And Brosive is, that's as animated as it can get. And, bringing this whole thing together, I felt like was a perfect timing. And it all came together at the right time. So that's what I definitely wanted to, one, say thank you guys for, definitely want to do this with me. And I'm glad that you were able to, take the time out to do this. So just to say that.
And ain't had much else better to do. You know, it's just
Stop being a nigga.
sir. That's racist. It's Mr. Nigger to you, okay?
Well,
Nigga, what?
I guess I'll see you guys on the next episode.
What? Nah, bro. Like, this. I'm so sick of y'all already. Lord, this is gonna be a long ass episode. But yeah, it's definitely something I feel like was well needed, because I feel like we definitely need to, as much as we talk in our animated, we need to put this on camera, because ain't nobody else gonna believe us if we don't. So, but
do we want them to believe us though?
I need videographic proof of you, sir. I need that, because I can't fully convey you to other people without just me being like, watch this video.
I mean, there is that. But then also I could just, go down the list of many of dark humorous jokes that I have that may not be suitable for camera.
It's not at all, sir.
So if you are watching this, just switch to the audio just in case if you just want to hear some of that dark humorous joke, because it might be on there. Or we'll just keep the dark humorous jokes for the Patreon.
That is true. That is true. Possibly subscribe to Patreon.
Or you can subscribe to my OnlyFans and get all the dark humor you want.
Sir! No!
AKA Only Man's. No, I'm playing.
The Playgirl edition. Right? More dicks for chicks. Look, let me tell you. Like, Lord.
You're getting canceled.
Yeah, man. Look, it's okay. Look, if you're just trying to, go after, the old Herberts of the world, I feel it. It's all good.
Jesus. All right, just starting to piss me off.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so what is it with you guys, of course, being, showing what really got you guys into sneakers? Like, what was, like, your biggest thing? Like, what was your first sneaker?
So I would say first sneaker in my collection, and y'all probably might flame me up for this one, because this is beginning stages of being a sneakerhead. So I first got into Jordans, like hooping in like Team Jordans. I also was buying like the Fusions. So like back in the day, people thought those were hot. Nowadays, if they catch you with a pair of Fusion Jordan Air Force Ones, they're gonna flame you up. I'm telling you. Like, I know for a fact.
Quickly.
But those are like some of the Jordans I started off with. Something I was like really big on that I actually like landed and I was happy to land. I stood in line for like an hour and a half approximately, and I got a pair of Space Jams, and I still have those to this day. So that would be one of those like gems that I had, like my 5th pair of shoes in my collection.
Wait, Space Jam 9, Space Jam 11?
Space Jam 11s. Yes, sir.
Clarify.
Yes, sir.
Clarify.
Because I was about to say, the 9s, I don't even call those Space Jams, but they were in the Space Jam.
Look, if you gonna have, they released it in a Space Jam pack, so you might as well call it Space Jam.
I feel it.
Okay, what about you, Kai? First sneak.
Well, it's kind of hard to say, honestly. Like, for a first sneaker that I can remember, first sneaker I can remember was obviously, I'm from New York. If you can't tell, just look at me. Anyways, my first pair of sneakers had to have been like a pair of like nice brand new pair of Air Force Ones. Like, obviously, brand new pair of Uptowns, like it's a New York staple. Like, you gotta have a pair of Uptowns. So for me, I remember vividly. It was like a graduation. My mother got it for me, like to wear for graduation. I believe it was like for first, second grade. Crisp pair, all white with the gum bottom, had like the gold aglets and everything. It was just perfect. It was like one of my first pairs that I remember vividly having. Outside of that, one of my first pairs that I bought for myself that I loved was the playoff 8s back in 2013. Like, those were like one of the first few pairs that I bought. And ever since then, working in retail, working within sneaker retail and in the sneaker business, it's like I've accumulated over I think I'm
Quite a
looking
bit.
at
Quite a bit.
I'm looking at maybe 300 pairs in a small cramped room at this point.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Fuck.
Just know, ladies, it's if it comes down to between you and my sneakers, just know.
He will choose
I will
the gum bottoms every
I
time.
will choose the gum bottoms every time. Okay. One thing
It's
about
the-
my sneakers.
Hence the phrase, that ain't shit, nigga.
One thing about my sneakers is this. Okay. Yeah, you give me that loving every night, but they always hug my feet just right. Always understand that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why. This is why. Yo, ignorant ass. Alright, I would probably say my first sneak, of course, your boy
Pair
was
of
born.
Jordans.
Nah, actually, your boy was born in the Chi, so heavy was the Jordan is the hand there. Now, my first pair of sneaks that was bought for me actually was the Barclays, the 94s.
I mean, no,
Those
that-
were the very first shoes. Now, I didn't buy those. Actually, my auntie, shout out to my aunt Brand. She was the first one because she would always travel overseas working with the military. So she brought those back for me, and those were like one of my first pair of sneakers that I've had that were like relevant.
Yeah.
That weren't Payless. So
Yeah.
although now don't get me wrong, Payless had the LA Gears. LA Gears is like that.
I tell you.
Look,
Yeah,
LA
Shaqs.
Gears was clean, okay? Nah, not the Shaqs. I mean, the LA Gears was exactly where it was at. But yeah, that was probably like my first actual like Nike. But the ones I actually bought myself, my first ones where I actually went outside and raked yards and like plowed snow for, was I went and got the Taxi 12s, and that's when they first released. That was back in 97, 98?
Taxi 12s.
Yeah.
That would be 97, sir.
So 97? So yeah, that was my first pair of Jordans that I actually bought with my own money. And ever since then, I've loved that feeling. I loved and that wonderful shoe smell. I don't know what it is about that shoe smell.
That's-
New shoe smell is like better than new car smell.
It's a crack sensation. That's what
It
it is.
is. It really is.
With a hint of glue.
With a hint,
That
just a
too.
little bit of hint. It ain't the same if it don't got that hint. But it's just I don't know. I just fell in love with the having the sneak itself. And then also I will say that my cousin was really heavy on sneakers too. So seeing him coming in with different shoes all the time was like really big for me too. Shout out cousin Dane, my boy Dane. But yeah, like that was one big thing that it was. I'd probably say it was him. It was him, and then buying that first pair of sneaks was really like that. That was the Kickstarter. Yeah. Okay, so of course everybody wants to know. Like we said, we're all nerds here. What would you say? What got you guys into anime? What was your beginning journey of anime?
I mean,
And Japanese culture?
I guess we can easily all answer that. Our beginning journey of anime has to be Toonami.
I mean,
Let's be 100% clear. Let's be 100% clear. A lot of us, some of us, it was like either early mornings catching it, like just early mornings
I
at
wouldn't even
7
say that.
a.m. Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon. That was like
What got me in it was Akira.
you know,
I watched Akira.
I forgot you're kind of older than us.
Whatever. What started you in it, dog?
I was about to say. It's all good. I would say I had to thank my older brothers for this one because pretty much they got me into watching Dragon Ball. They had me watching like Sailor Moon. We were watching a bunch of different things back in the day. So like we had that. Plus my brother actually had all the manga for DBZ too. So like the original Dragon Ball. So basically we got to take a look at that, read that, and then also watch the shows and movies with him. So
Okay.
yep.
Okay. And then just stand on from there.
Yeah, pretty much. So from there, then I gotta thank my brother over here, Joe, because basically I was into anime, but he was basically helping me with like things that I needed to catch up on. So I was Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh, stuff like that. He actually put me on to a couple of things like Attack on Titan and some other shows as well. Jujutsu Kaisen, excuse me. Got me into watching stuff like that. Then I had to go back and watch like some of the other shows, such as like what's one of the other shows that I went back and watched. Yeah, it'll come back to me soon. I probably had to pass the rock.
I say it's Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, Yu Yu's classic, man. Yu Yu Hakusho. Like Yu Yu is, I feel like Yu Yu at this point is a godfather.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
I'm just saying, they were throwing hands for the sake of throwing hands.
My boy said, "Look, he copped the feel. He was like, yes, I know you a dude who used to, or I know you a chick who used to be a dude. I don't care. You gonna catch these hands regardless." Like, my boy didn't care about sex and religion. He was like, no matter who you are, these hands is rated E for everybody, and meant it.
That man was like Batman. He said these hands don't discriminate.
Exactly. He
crazy.
said for Gotham.
Honestly, I feel like that's why Jujutsu Kaisen is so hot, because it reminds me so much of, like, Yu Yu Hakusho was all about, like, I don't care power level, we just gonna throw some hands.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But Jujutsu Kaisen is the same thing. It's like, usually like,
Look, Itadori just like, listen.
Thank you.
just trying.
Alright.
Thank you. Hands down, and I'll say this to anybody right now. If you are a fan of Jujutsu Kaisen to this day and age, you have Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, and Bleach to thank.
Yeah.
You will try, you can deny, but you have to accept it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna have somebody who's gonna debate it. Hunter x Hunter has the best rage moment of all time.
And then you lied.
I don't care. Hunter x Hunter has the best rage moment of all time. Because you can't tell me everybody did not feel Gon how he felt. And just didn't want to spaz either. And then when we saw this man spaz like he spazzed.
Towards the end.
There was a piece of you in your mind. I'm sorry, spoiler alert for those who have not watched Hunter x Hunter.
First of all, if you haven't watched Hunter x Hunter at this point, you're pretty much, there's no such thing as a spoiler window at this point.
Because it is pretty old. Like, y'all should get on it. Like, now. Today.
Right.
I wanna. But anyways, like, that was literally the best rage moment ever in life. Like, to me. Because I felt that. Like, I felt it in my soul when he got that heated. And when he changed, all you could do was just sit there and act like a 12-year-old on Saturday morning watching, when Power Rangers first got their battleizers and people was hyped. That's exactly how you had to feel behind it.
I'm not going to segue, but bringing up Power Rangers, I'm still weak off about that one episode where the Green Ranger kicked all of them. Yeah, that joke was funny. How you kick somebody out of their own?
Hit them with that left, that right.
Yeah, I ain't want to segue from the anime thing, but it just took me back, man.
Well, we all love Power Rangers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to the Green Ranger.
Hey, shots, listen. R.I.P. to the greatest Ranger of all time. That's crazy.
Had to take a moment of silence.
Right, listen.
But back to it, though.
Right.
I forgot dude's name from Hunter x Hunter, but Hunter x Hunter, but and dang, I forgot his
I
name.
can say that's the number one rage moment, honestly.
But Stickman going after the spiders though, he was going crazy.
Talking about Titan.
Kurapika?
Yeah.
Oh, that fight with him and Ulo? God
crazy, man.
God tier. That was a God tier fight. My man's that was a God tier fight.
Yeah.
But
the exploded heart chain, I was like, dog.
But here's the thing, I'm pretty sure people are gonna say like Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan, his rage moment was up there.
Yeah.
You're gonna say Guts from Berserk, like his rage moment was up there. Or, when Goku first turned Super Saiyan, that rage moment, that's cool. But with the moment you saw Gon go from innocent fun-loving kid wanting to travel the world to find his dad, to P2, you about to catch this work.
In adult form.
In adult form. This man aged himself 12 years to whoop somebody's ass. Like, you got, like, I mean, full on literally went from a 12-year-old kid to goddamn 2012 Batista. And with long hair and whooped his ass. Like, whooped P2's ass.
So you're saying he was weaker? Because 2012 Batista wasn't really all that. Are you talking about
2012 Batista was, bruh.
So you're saying 2012 Batista was better than 2006 Batista?
Yes, very much so.
Fucking
2006 Batista was cool, but 2000, well,
I'm gonna.
no, you're right. Okay, he was like 2006 Batista then. Either way, he got big as hell and just proceeded to hand P2 the ass whooping of his life, of its life. Like, yes, of his life. Whooped his ass fully. And I'm sorry, but there's no way that there could have been anything better than that. To me. That's just me. That's my opinion. My opinion alone.
I was about to say, I don't know. Best rage moment?
The rage moment.
Or best fight?
Not fight moment, rage moment.
Let me think about that.
Now, fight moment. Oh. There were a lot of great fights.
Yeah.
There were a lot of great fights.
They gonna hate me for this one. Naruto versus Pain.
I can't really hate you for that because that was really good. That was a really good ass fight.
Because I didn't got any hate slander for saying it, but it was a good one.
But that was a good fight though.
Yeah,
like that was a good fight.
Good one. That almighty push. It's going crazy.
Actually, I'm gonna switch the subject. What moment in anime history changed how fight choreography came about? Like, what changed? Because I feel like Naruto set a good pace when it came out. There was a lot of anime fights that were good. Don't get me wrong.
There were. I feel like Dragon Ball Z may have did that. Because as all little kids watching Toonami, and the first one would be Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
We'll come up and we will see Sailor Moon going to transform, do her thing. And they had their fights, but it wasn't like magical. Like the fights weren't like fantastic. Great storytelling, great art, great, visuals. But the fights weren't really like that.
Yeah.
Until we came to next time on Dragon Ball Z. Bruh, there was something special about watching them literally like fight. Like it was like an actual fight. Like you can't tell me Cell vs. Gohan wasn't God tier fighting. Cause like they were going at it. And they showed the full visuals of going at it. So it's like, how do you not like that? Like, how do you not enjoy that?
Well, so here's the thing, right? I agree with you on that. Yes, that was a God tier fight. Yes, I enjoyed that fight. But we cannot say that anything from Dragon Ball Z set the tone for what anime fighting or like choreography became and what it progressed to be without saying it really came from Dragon Ball. Because if you're just gonna say Dragon Ball Z, like Dragon Ball Z is fine, but the problem is that most of those fights are like they're highly like choreographed like to the point where it's like you don't really see all the like actual moves being made.
Because they're pew, 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 pew,
Exactly. Dragon Ball, in a sense, it was basically pure about martial arts and fighting, different fighting styles. You had literally you had the Turtle Hermit School, you had the Crane School, you had a bunch of other like martial arts from all over the world when they hosted the Tenkaichi Budokai tournament or the World Martial Arts tournament, however you want to identify it as. It's 2024. You can identify your tournaments however you feel.
So
it goes from there. It goes from Dragon Ball Z. It goes from Dragon Ball Z,
And
Then
shout
you
out-
have to shift over to Yu Yu Hakusho, in which the Dark Tournament has
True,
raised the precedence and the stakes for tournament arcs going forward.
I'm gonna shout out Dragon Ball only because they gave us the best scene ever. Yamcha getting folded.
Yeah.
Took that scene and made it amazing. But Yamcha getting folded, he leaning on the ground like that will ever be. I love Yamcha, but yeah.
Yeah, that's
They turned that man into a meme.
Bro, that man's a meme.
Yeah.
All right, sorry about that, y'all. We were recording and we kind of hit that limit just a little bit. You know, we were definitely having a time moment, but you know, we got really heated. We got into something that we all love to talk about. So you know, just to let you guys know, we're definitely gonna have more topics, more conversations like this. We're gonna have definitely more episodes. Again, this is the first episode. This is the first of many. You know, fellas, clap it up. You know, this is great. This is great. Y'all didn't clap it with me. Okay. You know, I can see that y'all don't clap much. Period. So,
There's only one thing that
so
there's only one thing
again,
that claps in my house.
thank you guys for staying with us in this journey. Thank you for enjoying this first episode with us. Again, I'm Drew, Josh, Kai, Joe, and again, this is O'Dane. That's Crazy, the podcast.